Welcome back onto a national update now. There has been another grenade explosion in Kashmir. This is the fifth attack in Kashmir since yesterday. The attacker lobbed the grenade in a busy marketplace in South Kashmir. Police are saying 3 civilians have been injured. Yesterday, there were 4 attacks in Kashmir. The attacks come days after Omar Abdullah government decided to revoke the controversial Armed Forces Special Powers Act from certain areas in the state. The police said 2 Lashkar-e-Toiba militants had been arrested last evening with grenades. Bilal Ahmed Mir and Javed Ahmed, arrested from Sopore, were allegedly tasked to carry out fresh grenade attacks.
Dr. Mustafa Kamal's statement blaming army for today's incident has not only angered the army but embraced his own party national conference. Farooq Abdullah physically got Mustafa Kamal before the media and made him to retract his statement. And Mustafa Kamal, who earlier blamed the army for the incidents, 3 grenade attacks and 1 firing incident across the valley in which 3 CRPF men and 1 policeman were injured. These incidents have taken place in the wake of Chief Minister's proposal, announcement to revoke Armed Forces Special Powers Act, which is being strongly opposed by the army. Army has reservations with regard to revoking AFSPA, but CM is committed. He's saying he has to make a beginning to revoke this AFSPA from certain areas of Jammu and Kashmir. So army is saying that Mustafa Kamal's statement is not even worth a comment. They are very angry about it. It has caused more problems for the Chief Minister Omar Abdullah, who wants to be seen on same page with the army while he's trying to revoke the Armed Forces Special Powers Act, because it is a huge political compulsion for him. There have been demands for many years, and Omar Abdullah has committed many a times that he is going to revoke it, though face-wise, which he has now announced. But his statement from his own uncle blaming the army has made things very difficult for Omar Abdullah, which has put his own credibility and authority at a stake. Now it has to be seen how Omar Abdullah is going to make a fine balance between his political compulsions and the concerns made by the army with regard to revocation of AFSPA.
Now over to some big news from the United States, of course. President Barack Obama appeared on popular talk show Tonight with Jay Leno. President Obama said he's waiting for the Republican presidential candidacy to be narrowed down before he starts paying attention to the contenders. Obama's appearance came in the midst of a 3-day West Coast tour heavily focused on raising money for his 2012 campaign.
Big news this week, Gaddafi's dead, killed by rebel forces. Your reaction, your take on this?
Well, this is somebody who for 40 years had terrorized his country, had supported terrorism, and he had an opportunity during the Arab Spring to finally let loose of his grip on power and to peacefully transition to democracy. We gave him ample opportunity, and he wouldn't do it.
Bad news is your approval rating is 41%.
Right.
The good news is you're still 3 times better than Congress. They're at 13%. So explain.
Yeah.
If you're grading out a curve, you're killing. You're killing. Watching the GOP debates?
I'm going to wait until everybody's voted off the island.
It's rare to see the President of the United States in that particular position, of course, having to crack up on his own statements. Well, India has objected to countries issuing travel advisories for their people wanting to come to India, and Foreign Minister S.M. Krishna will raise the issue at the Commonwealth meet in Perth. India meets there with Canada, New Zealand, Australia and the UK. Government has said that the language of the advisories is contrary to current trends of tourism. 5 countries, including the US, UK, New Zealand, Canada and Australia, have asked their citizens to be cautious while traveling to India and pointed out to threats of terrorist attacks during the festive season. Also, the advisory comes at a time when India is set to host its first ever Formula One Grand Prix. Well, former Goldman Sachs director and poster boy for Indian Americans, Rajat Gupta, is expected to surrender to the FBI today to face criminal charges. Gupta was named as an unindicted co-conspirator in the Hegde Fund founder Rajaratnam's trial earlier this year. Though he has denied any wrongdoing, Gupta has been under investigation over whether he leaked corporate secrets to Rajaratnam, the Hegde Fund manager, who was sentenced to 11 years in prison for insider trading. Gupta has been the worldwide head of McKinsey on several company boards and a special advisor to the UN. And when we come back after this short break, of course, we bring you a little bit of a Diwali taste in Pakistan.